One of the biggest things I'm passionate about is tablescapes. When it comes to holidays or celebrations or different occasions during the month, I like to make a nice tablescape on my table, whether it's Easter, Thanksgiving, Halloween, or just a birthday party, or Christmas. So I thought I'd share with you how I'm going to make a little rustic winter wonderland Christmas tablescape this year. So when I start my tablescapes, I either pick a tablecloth or a runner to lay down, start my centerpiece, and have a focus. So this year I've chosen this gorgeous, sparkly, small table runner. It doesn't run off the sides, quite the center, to just work around it. And I wanted to add a bit of sparkle for my Christmas tree, because this year my Christmas tree is very rustic. It's glass baubles and pine cones, so I really had that thought and theme in the back of my head when I was planning my tablescape for Christmas this year. And next I'm just going to grab some garland to add that Christmas tree branches and pine cone feel to it so it matches the Christmas tree. I got really lucky this year. I found exactly what I was looking for, which never happens, but I didn't want garland with berries and red in it because this dining room's all pine cones, glass baubles, and silver. So I wanted it to match in with our dining table, our already decorations in the room, as well as our grey and white theme that we have in our dining room. So when you plan your tablescape, just think about what your room already looks like. Think about things that you already have around the house that you can use. Vases, pots, little ornaments even when I'm doing my tablescape. Now throughout designing my tablescape, I will mold this. I don't like to keep it straight, it gets a bit boring, so I like to weave it in as I add things to our tablescape. Now for me, I wanted to do a rustic wonderland Christmas tablescape, but really dramatic. So if you saw my Easter, Thanksgiving, it's quite simple and light, because I like to decorate our table the whole month of whatever holiday we're celebrating. So the whole of Christmas, my table will be looking like this. So I'm so excited to share it with you today. Designing my tablescape has always been a passion of mine, because I just think when you're sitting down eating, it's more cozy and comfortable and inviting, and it just makes it feel like you're celebrating life all the time. So let's get started. What's a tablescape at Christmas without some lines? So I'm just going to weave it in, not so that you can see it, but just so it's at the very bottom. I'm going to kind of put it with my garland, but underneath it. I don't want to see it too much. I just want, at night, the twinkly ambiance, if you will. So the good thing about garland is you kind of twist almost anything into it. And these are really beautiful, so actually I want to see them just a little bit. We'll just twist that branch around it so it holds it in place. Just so it really molds it in with the garland. So it's like kind of like part of it. I got one with a battery pack, so I put the battery pack at the end. So when you line it up, well, it's pretty. But wait for that at the very end. So there. We've got our starter runner, we've got our lights, and we've got the garland. Always put these on first. It gets really hard if you set up like vases and candles and then try to weave this through those. It's a lot easier to start with your garland and your lights, and start with your tablecloth and runner, of course, before you build up. So it's kind of like building onto a platform, different levels. So start at the lowest and work your way up. Now for me, I don't always put the tallest thing in the middle. I know it's the first thing we want to do when we do tablescapes, is to shove the tallest thing, maybe a big vase or a big light or anything, a big candle, right smack in the middle of the table. But you don't have to do that. There's no rules to tablescapes. So I'm putting this flat glass bowl, or this flat glass plate in the middle of my tablescape, like so. I'll just weave that a bit around it, like there. And then I'm going to add a few shorter bits and taller bits to the side, so it really draws the eye all the way across the table, and not just in the center of the table. So it depends on the look you're going for, but I'm going for a shorter item in the middle and taller things on the side. Now most people put the hurricane in the middle. For me, I filled it with pine cones, so it kind of matched the decor, and a candle of course to bring more light and ambience while we eat. And I'm going to set it just at the edge of the table runner, because I'm going to set my other tall one at the edge of this one, so it kind of draws the eye all the way across, keeps an even balance. So even though I'm doing different bits of heights and sizes, I really still like to keep a balance somewhat. So I chose to put it on this side of the garland because I put this on that side of the garland, and then I'll put the other one on this side of the garland to give that little swirl all the way across the table. So if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm just trying to make those curves happen. So it takes a little flipping and flipping around, but we'll get there in the end. I like to have as many candles, as many lights and sparkly things on the table so that we can turn the lights off, have the Christmas tree lights on, have our candles lit, and it really just gives you a festive, nice family feeling to your dinners. So I've got this little gorgeous vase that the light will come out of. What's Christmas without reindeer, of course? And of course they have candles too. And I'll just set them on top of the garland so it looks kind of like they're running through it. Keeping with the reindeer theme, Christmas theme, I've got these antlers as well, more candles. It's all about the candles. I think I'll place one just on the other side of Mr. Reindeer. Two on each side of a few things as well. So it keeps that tablescapes all are about styling and fluffing. I probably move all of these about 10 times before I get the look I want, and then I'll leave it all month long. So like I said, a few accessories around the house. These were ornaments I actually put on the tree, but I thought actually they're cute little homes and they'd add a little bit to our tablescape. And these candles, I know I'm doing a lot of candles and a lot of lights, but these aren't ones I'll probably light. These are more decorative and really pretty. They're covered in glitter. This one's a Christmas tree, obviously, and a big white pine cone. So I thought the theme, it fits, it pulls some colour into it, and goes with my tablescape this year. So I probably keep these each year. These are things that you can put on your tablescape all year long, different holidays, different celebrations, and use them over and over. So I probably won't light any of those. I'll probably only light my reindeers and my two vases, really, and because I'll have my twinkling lights throughout the garland as well. So of course this is my centerpiece for my tablescape, and now I just use dishes that I have. Obviously don't go buy every year, don't go buy new dishes. I like to use different placemats, but I buy them really cheap, either Dunelm Mill, even the charity shop gets a few mix and match ones. I'm keeping my actual place settings really plain this year because this is really sparkly and out there, and it goes a bit with the rustic white and grey Christmas look. And you're alright to sing while you're doing it because it's Christmas, isn't it? Now, utensils don't have to be fancy. You can get plain ones, rub them on napkins, and then put twine around them. That's really nice. That would actually go really well with my tablescape this year. But I also like these like white handled, but they've got like a rustic, almost looks like it's been worn, they're brand new. And I absolutely love these. I use them all the time. I throw them in the dishwasher and they wash so well. Got them from Next. I'll tell you that one because I'm so impressed with these. Normally when you get the handles, they start rusting and they don't last. So these have been like my go-to utensils because they're so pretty. I don't have to wrap them up or make them even prettier. Of course, what is a Christmas tablescape without some crackers? And I tend to just put a few extra crackers on the table because they're so much fun. Let us know, let us know, let us know. It says let us know. And I like to sing. So we've done the centerpiece, we've done our table dinnerware, we've got our glasses, we've got even the crackers on. But you're probably wondering, why did I put this big glass bowl in the middle and it's empty? But what's a Christmas tablescape if it's not full of mince pies? You can't have a Christmas table without goodies in the house, and goodies that reach at all times is my motto. So this year, my centerpiece is mince pies. I got a few big ones, a few little ones. Ta-da! So I really hope you've enjoyed my Christmas tablescape this year and how I go about designing it, decorating it, and doing it. I'd love to see your tablescape, so get on social media, send me a picture, tag me in it at Let's Talk Mommy. I'm always curious to see how people are inspired or what they do with their tables during the holidays. But we'll say happy holidays for now, and I'll see you tomorrow.